Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this modern villa in Blender. This will be a beginner friendly tutorial, so I'll try to keep things simple and as easy as I can, but you do need to know the basics of Blender to do the tutorial. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and without any further ado, let's get started. Whenever I'm making something in Blender, I like to have a reference image so that I have something to help me work towards. So we're just going to go up here to the corner of our scene. I'm going to just click down and just drag out a new tab like that. Then we're going to go up here to editor type, and we're going to go down here to image editor, and we're going to open up the finished version of the render. Yours will be down in the description below, and just open that up. Just scroll out, might make that a bit bigger, and then we're going to select everything in the scene and press X and delete, and we're going to start by making this full height window here. But instead of making it from scratch, we're actually going to go up here to edit, go down here to preferences, and type in Archimesh, and click the box to turn it on, and then get rid of it. And then if we press Shift A, we now have something new appear called Archimesh, and it gives us a whole line of different stuff to use. But of course, we're making a window, so we're going to use the panel window. We're going to use the panel window, which is a generated editable flat window. So we're going to click that, and that's what it's going to give us. And then if we press N and go to create, it gives us different options and different settings that we can use to change our window so it's the way we want it to be. We want ours to have no sill, no extra frames, and we want the panels to be 2, and we want the height to be 210, and we want the width of both of the panels to be 180. And then we're going to delete this box empty that's covering the window, and this one as well. And we're going to select the window and unlock all of the locations and rotations. So if we wanted to move it around by pressing G, we could, and it wouldn't be so that we could, and it won't be locked in place. So I'm just going to right click to undo that. And then we're going to make this one that you can see going along the side of the house by pressing Shift A, add in another panel window, pressing G, X, and moving it to the side here. Press the full stop key to zoom in. This is going to be a much longer one, so we're going to give it 5 panels. Of course, no sill, no inner frames, and same height of 210. But we're going to make the width of the window of the panels 300, so that it's a nice long window which will take up a good amount of the house. And with that done, we're going to delete the box empty and this empty, and unlock all of the locations and rotations. We did this because now, if we press R, Z90 and rotate it, we'll be able to snap it right to the edge of the window. But to do that, we need to turn on Snap To, which is by turning on this magnet and then changing it to vertice. So now if we go into top view, we can press G and snap it right to the edge. Like that. I might just use the hand to move into the right position like that. Move it a bit to the left and press G. Make sure it's snapped right there, right at the edge. So it looks like that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a concrete wall at the back of the house, which is going to be like in the shape of an L. So we're going to press Shift A, add a plane, press R, X, 90 to rotate it, press G, snap it to the back. You can see why it's handy to have the Snap To on. I'm going to make sure it's snapped right there, and then press Tab to go into edit mode. Select these left vertices, press G, X, and bring them closer in. And we'll change that amount to minus 1.7. And we're going to select the top ones and press G, Z, and snap it to the top. And then we're going to press A to select everything, E to extrude it along, change that amount to minus 5.5. Then we're just going to press the full stop key to zoom in, and we're going to now extrude it so that we have a equal square so that we can go now along this way. So we want it to be like the same length of this vertex to this vertex, and that length is, so if we press E to extrude, and that length is minus 0.3, and that now gives us an equally shaped square. And then if we press 3 for faces, and we're going to select this face, then we're going to press E to extrude it along, and we're going to make that amount minus 3.2. Then we're going to press Tab to go out of edit mode, right click, origin geometry, and then we're going to have like a back kitchen window here, and we're going to press A, go down, get panel window, press G, and snap it right there. Press the full stop key to zoom in. This one's going to have 2 panels, so we're going to change that. No sill, of course, no inner frame. We're going to have the height, 210, and the width is going to be 175 for both the panels. And of course, we're going to delete the box empty and the regular one. Make sure it's still selected and turn off all of the locks. And then press G and just snap it like that right at the corner there. And then we're going to select the concrete wall again, press Tab to go into edit mode. And with this face still selected, we're going to press Shift D and X and snap it to this side of the window. And now we want to make this plane its own thing, which we can do by separating it by pressing P and then selecting selection. So now if we press Tab to go out of edit mode and select the plane, it's now its own object. We can click right click, origin geometry, press the full stop key to zoom in, press Tab to go into edit mode, press A to select everything, E to extrude it along, and we'll change that amount to minus 3.2. And we're going to press Tab to go out of edit mode and right click, origin geometry. Now the next thing we're going to make is this long wall that goes along the right side of the house. So we're going to press Shift A to add another plane. We're going to press R, X 90 to rotate it. Press G, snap it to that corner there. Zoom in. Press Tab to go into edit mode. 1 for vertices. Select the left side of vertices. And we're going to press G, X, and bring it in. And we'll make that amount minus 1.5. We're going to select the top. We're going to press G, Z, and bring it up. And change that amount to 3.2. And then press A to select everything, E to extrude. And we'll make it 14. Then we'll press Tab to go out of edit mode, right click, origin geometry. And now we're going to make this window here. So we're going to add another window. Press G, snap it there, zoom in. This one's going to have 1 panel. So we're just going to go in, change it to 1. No sill, no inner frame. Height, of course, 210. And width, 250. And of course, delete the box empty, delete the normal empty, and turn off all of the locks. And then press G and snap it right there. And then we're just going to have a bit more extra detail by pushing it in. So we're going to press G, Y, push it in. We'll make the amount 0.3. And then we're going to add a window on this side. Actually, we can, instead of adding a new one, we can just press Shift D to this one. And just move it over here. We're going to change the width to 200. And that will bring back the two empties, which we need to delete. And turn off all the locks. And then we're going to press RZ90 to rotate it and snap it to our other window. Make sure to zoom in and make sure it's snapped right at that edge there. Now the next thing we're going to add is actually a door, which we can see there. We could make a simple door, but I'm going to use a pre-made one, which I'll put down in the description below for you to use. I'm just going to go up here and click append and find where I saved mine. Once I've brought it in, I'm going to make sure it's selected and press G and snap it right there. Make sure right click, origin geometry, and snap it like that. My one is coming out the wrong size, which I can reshape now, but yours will come in the right size. So I'm just going to reshape mine until I get it to a size I like. Yours will be right, but I'm just going to have to fiddle around with mine. Okay, once you've got it snapped to your window, the next thing we're going to add is this concrete wall that's going around from this window to the door. It actually looks quite a lot similar to this one back here, and that's because we're going to use this one for this side as well. So we're going to select the back wall, we're going to press Shift D and just duplicate it and move it here. We're going to press R, Z and rotate it by minus 180 degrees. And then we're going to press G and snap it to our wall here. Now if we go into top view and press tab to go into edit view and press the X-ray tool and select this side and just drag it out, bring back this wall and then make sure this side is selected, and we're just going to snap it to the corner like that, select this face and snap it like that. So now if we go out of X-ray mode, it will seamlessly snap to the wall like that and seamlessly snap to the bottom as well. Then we can press tab to go out of edit mode, right click, or then geometry, and that's basically the first floor done. We need to, of course, do the floor, which we'll just do in a second. But right now it's looking pretty good. Okay, the next thing we're going to add to the scene is this window at the back of this wall over here. So I'm just going to press Shift A, go down to Archimesh, and when I click Panel Window, press G, X, and just move it along. Press the full stop key to zoom in. We're going to change the amount of panels to 2. We're going to keep the frame because it's a window inside a wall. We're going to change the width of both of the panels to 50. Nope, we're going to change it to 125. The height is going to be 50. And we're going to have no inner frame. We're going to keep the 2 empties because they're going to help us put the window inside of the wall. So I'm just going to select this one and press R, Z, 90 to rotate it. I'm going to press G and snap it to the back of the wall. Press the full stop key to zoom in. And I'm going to press G, Z, bring it up. I'm going to change that amount to 1.57. We're going to move it on the Y by minus 3.5. and we're going to put it inside of the wall. So we're going to move it on X, and we're going to make that mount minus 0.3. I'm going to select the box empty, and we're just going to scale it out so it's sticking out both sides of the wall. So we're going to change the Y scale to 1.8. And so that we can cut it out of the window, we're going to select the wall. We're going to go to Modifier Properties. We're going to add a modifier, and we're going to add this one called Boolean. And we're going to click the eyedropper tool, and we're going to select the empty. So now by doing that, we've got a little cutout for our window to sit in. And you can see that the seal isn't coming out enough, so we're going to select the window, press Tab to go into edit mode, press 3 for faces, select this face, bring it out. I'm going to change that amount to 0.2, and then press Tab to go out of edit mode. Okay, the next thing we're going to add is this window that is attached to the dining room window, and you can't see it from the window, but it's actually an L-shaped window, which I'll show you once we make it right now. But first we're going to make a cutout for our window to sit in. So I'm going to press Shift A, add a cube, I'm going to press G and snap it to the window. I want this corner to snap to that corner there. I'm going to press G, snap it like that. I'm going to press Tab to go into edit mode. I'm going to select the bottom face, bring it up. I'm going to change that amount to 1.57. And then we're going to select the back face and we're going to bring it out. I'm going to change that to 2.2. And then we're going to press Tab to go out of edit mode. I'm going to right click, Origin Geometry, and press G, X, and just move it across. We're going to select the wall. I'm going to go over here. We're going to duplicate the Boolean, but then we're going to click the X to get rid of the empty, and we're going to click the eyedrop tool and select the cube instead. And now we're going to apply both modifiers. So now if we select the cube and press X and delete it, our cutout stays there even with the cube gone. So now we're going to press Shift A and we're going to select a plane. I'm going to press G and snap it there. We're going to press R, X 90 to rotate it. I'm going to press G and snap it there. Zoom in. I'm going to select the move tool and just bring it back so it snaps right with the window. Press Tab and then 1 for vertices. Select the 2 top vertices and bring it down to there. Select the ones on the right, snap it to that side there. With them still selected, we're going to press E to extrude them and snap them to the back of the window. Then press 3 for faces, select both of them, go into top view, turn on X-ray mode. I'm going to use the hand and move into a better position, right click. I'm going to select extrude faces along normals, and then we're just going to extrude it in. I'm going to change the offset to minus 0.0495. And then I'm going to press 1 for vertices, select these 2 vertices here, and get them nice and straight with these over here, and do the same, move it along, and snap it to the vertices back here. And then we're going to go out of X-ray mode, select 3 for faces, and select these 2, and these 2 back here. And then we're going to inset them in so to give the window a frame. So I'm going to click I to inset them in. I'm going to change the thickness to 0.049. And then to make the hole, we're going to right click and bridge them together. And then we're going to press 1 for vertices, and we're going to select these 4 vertices at the front here, and press F to fill them in. Select these 2 and these 2 at the back, and press F to fill them in. And this is going to be our glass, but we're going to separate it, so we're going to press 3 for faces, make sure both faces are selected, and press P to separate, and we're going to click separate by selection. So now if we go press tab to go out of edit mode, and click on the glass, and press G, it's its own thing. I'm just going to right click to undo, right click, select origin, origin geometry, and the same with the window frame as well. And that gives us our L-shaped window in the wall. Okay, the next thing we're going to add to the scene is the window in the concrete wall. So to do that, I'm going to press Shift A, add a cube, press G, and snap it to that corner, zoom in, and then press Tab to go into edit mode, select the bottom face, and we're just going to bring that up and change the amount to 0.74, and then select the top and bring that down, and we'll change that to minus 0.45. Then we're going to select the back and bring that out and change it to 0.35. Then we're going to select the right side, bring that out, and change that to minus 0.27. Then we're going to select the front and just bring that out, and just select the white and bring that out. And then press tab to go out of edit mode, right click, origin geometry. We're going to use this cube to make a cutout in our wall. So with our wall selected, we're going to press add modifier and add the boolean modifier again. Click the eyedrop tool and click the cube. And now you can see that that's made a cutout in our wall. And we're going to go over here, click apply, and then click the cube and press X to delete it. And that's giving us a cutout in our wall. So now if we select our wall and press tab to go into edit mode, and 1 for vertices, we're going to make a new object for our window. So I'm going to select these 4 vertices at the front, press F to fill them in, select these 2 and these 2 at the back, and press F to fill it in, 3 for faces, make sure they're both selected, press P, and separate by selection. Press tab to go out, make sure it's selected, right click, origin geometry, go into top view, turn on X-ray so you can see what we're doing, press tab to go into edit mode, press A to select everything, right click, and we're going to click extrude faces along normals again. So it just extrudes inside the wall, and change the offset to 0.1. Then to straighten it out, we'll press 1 for vertices, select these 2, and snap them to the left, and then bring them out, and snap them to the back. And then press tab to go out of edit mode. We're going to turn off X-ray, press tab to go back in, 3 for faces, select these 2 faces, and these 2 at the back, and press I to inset them in. I'm going to change the thickness to 0.075. Then we're going to right click and bridge them together. And then for our glass, we'll go press 1 for vertices, click all of the vertices at the front, press F to fill them in, click these 2 and these 2 at the back, and press F to fill them in, 3 for faces, select both, P, separate by selection. And that's pretty much the window done. Next thing we're going to do is make the floor for our villa. So I'm going to press Shift A, add a plane. I'm going to turn over, press G, snap it to that corner. And actually no, let's do it from the back and work forward, so we're just going to press G and snap it at the back. Go into top view, top view, there we go. I'm just going to move to the white position, press the X-ray tool, press tab, and then 1 for vertices, select the white, bring it out, snap it right there, select the front, bring it out, snap it right there. I'm just going to zoom in and use the hand to move into white position. I wanted to snap white on that corner there, so I'm just going to bring it back, and snap it right there. And then, so that we can fill in this part of the floor, we're going to click this tool called the Loop Cut tool. I'm just going to select that, and we're going to click and drag and snap white at the window. Oh, I didn't get it, so I'm just going to select the Move tool, move it, and make sure it snaps right at that corner there. With that done, I'm going to click the Select tool, select the front, press E to extrude, and then G, Y. Oh, that hasn't worked, just right click to undo. I'm just going to select the Move tool and bring it out that way and snap it to that corner there. Then press Tab to go out of edit mode, right click, Origin Geometry. Then turn off X-ray mode, and that's pretty much the first 4 all completed. I think that's where I'm going to end part 1 of the tutorial. In the next part we'll be making the first 4 of the villa. So I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye!